Hi guys, welcome back to the final day of our Twilight marathon. Finally, we're on day 5. Today, we are watching and reacting to Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2. If you still need to catch up on my reactions to Twilight Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, and Part 4, they are in the description box. But for now, let's get into this.
So glad to see you here after all.
I want to show you something.
Alright, here it is. The last story in the Twilight Saga. Now let's get this over with so we never have to think about another sparkly vampire as long as we live. Here's Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Where in the world did the time go? This should be good.
So Bella wakes up and doesn't look like shit anymore. And now that she's a vampire, Edward can't hurt her in the bedroom, so she tries to get some. But he's like, hold on, you're stronger than me right now. We should probably wait.
Why is this guy always cockblocking
Oh, now she's a
himself?
vampire.
I don't
Okay.
know. But you can't blame him. Look what happened last...
I mean, of course, she's a vampire. Why didn't I think of it? Yeah, he bit her all over so that the vampire venom could revive her, where we left off in Part 4. That is Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1. So, I guess she's a vampire now. Okay, let's rock with it.
time.
You know we have no control over it.
And speaking of, Bella's like, oh, right, I had a kid before I died, didn't I? Can I go see her? And Edward's like, you should probably eat before you see our human baby. And she's like, yeah, dying did make me pretty hungry. So they go to the woods and play around with her new powers. I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire! She starts hearing all these cute woodland creatures and is like, what sounds good for lunch? She decides to take down a cute little deer with no hesitation whatsoever until she smells some dude mountain climbing. And she seems like she's gonna be okay until he skins his knee. And then she sprints like a mile to the mountain and starts climbing to him like a spider monkey.
You better hold on tight, Spider Monkey.
But Edward stops her about halfway up and she jumps up the mountain to go back and kill Bambi.
Yeah, butthole.
This is so chaotic. She's so chaotic right now. I get it, like, he's a new vampire, so, like, the excitement, the confusion, the rush, like, the adrenaline, everything, like, it's all combined into one. Like, this looks a lot, like, it looks so much, you know? Wow, it's so funny that she remembered that she had a baby later. But wait, why is their baby a human? Shouldn't their baby be half human, half vampire? Why are they calling the baby a human baby? And looking at her, yeah, okay, that's why he advised that they go eat first, because she could have munched on her own baby, especially if the baby is just human. She could have actually munched and eaten up her own baby because she woke up hungry, right? Because now she's a vampire. And apparently their baby is just human. How? I don't get that. If someone can explain it to me in the comments, how does a vampire and human consummate, give birth, like have a child, and the child is just human? I don't get it. Is it because they were both human first before they became Look, let's just get on with it, okay? Let's just get on with it.
It's fine. A mountain lion is also there for the deer, and she gets it instead.
Well, it looks like she changed her mind.
When they get back to the house, Jacob makes sure that she can handle being around him before she goes inside to see the baby. And then after she smells how gross his dog smell is, everyone thinks she's okay to go see Renesmee. And she is just the most terrifying thing you can imagine. And on top of that, she can project thoughts.
I'm confused. How does this baby look like? She's like 3 months old. How long was Bella asleep for? Like, how long was she gone for? Because, okay, I mean, the baby was growing expeditiously in her stomach, like in her womb. So, I get it. This baby looks like a 3-month-old baby, or it's just me. I mean, I don't see 3-month-old babies often, but, like, this is what I imagine a 3-month-old baby looks like.
Your head.
Demon baby.
Could be. Well, Jacob doesn't like risking that Bella could kill his new girlfriend, so he tries to take her. But she knows something's up since he's so possessive.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because now Jacob imprinted on her baby, right? Because the baby is Jacob's future soulmate. I forgot about this. I mean, I just watched this yesterday and I already forgot about that. I was so disgusted by it.
You are the one who wanted us to get along, remember?
So the Collins tell him to tell her that he imprinted on Renesmee.
Age is just a number, baby.
And she throws him out like a dog that just shit on the rug. She is pissed. And he tries to tell her that it's not sexual. Yeah, right.
So should I start calling you dad?
But he's like, the only reason I was ever attracted to you was because of the unfertilized egg inside you. And the only reason you were ever attracted to me was because of her. And now that she's born, we're going to be very happy together, Nessie and me.
You nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster?
Which certainly fits the situation.
Cause that's so fucking ugly, baby. Fucking ugly, baby.
Jesus, she's terrifying. And she's like, okay.
Why does the baby look like it's not human, like an AI baby? Like, did they 3D the baby into the film? This baby looks unreal, or it's just me. Look at that baby well. And I love her reaction, because that was my reaction when Jacob imprinted on her baby. You see, all these other vampires standing there thought it was okay. Look at how a mother of this baby is reacting. That is the reaction everybody should have had. All these adults that are over 100 should have had. So Jacob imprinting on this baby. It's still so weird to me. But then again, Edward is 109 and Bella is 18. So who are we to judge and who is she to be angry? I guess. It's just so weird.
You can stay.
It feels complete when you're here, Jake.
That night, the Cullens take Edward and Bella to their new house in the woods. And when they get to the bedroom, she asks why there's a bed. And he's like, And so they bang.
It's your turn not to break me.
You want to try?
It's alright, I can take it.
That's my dick!
That didn't take much.
And after she says,
You really were holding back before.
but that's not how I remember it.
Are you sure this is a good idea? Edward, I'm not ready. I said that I wasn't ready.
Wow. Done already?
But she thinks that this is all they're going to be doing now, to the point that she thinks they can beat Emmett and Rosalie's record of 10 years of almost non-stop banging. So I guess she forgot about her baby again.
You can't be serious, Bella. Tell me you're not that stupid.
Then when they get back, they see that Charlie's calling, and the Cullens are like, we'll tell him tomorrow that you're dead, and then we'll move to Alaska. So that means that they bought or built a house, furnished it, decorated it, stocked it with a new wardrobe for Bella, just for them to bang in it for one night and never go back to it again.
Well, that was generous.
Vampire logic.
Damn, I need to be a vampire doctor when I grow up.
It does seem like they have some disposable income. Of course, it does help when you never have to buy groceries.
Giving us an excuse to use the kitchen for the first time.
Well, Jacob can't lose his new girlfriend, so he goes to Charlie and strips for him.
Go, 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 go.
This narrator. Oh God, this narrator is so dramatic and funny. I just can't. Oh Lord. Okay, let's get back to it.
Kid trying to brown nose me now or something?
And then he changes into a werewolf, because of course, he had to do that to convince Charlie that Bella's different now.
You don't turn into an animal too, do you?
And since he's on his way, now she forgets how to...
See, her dad did not know. Her dad did not know that Jacob was a wolf. And I don't think he knew that Bella was getting married to a vampire. So now my questions are answered. I had this question in parts 1, 2, and 3, and 4. I asked, did Bella's dad know that he was involved with vampires? His daughter was involved with vampires and wolves? Finally, our question is answered. He might have been so scared. Wow. And yeah, remember what I was saying in part 1? These wolves also don't look real. They look like AI-generated wolves. That's my opinion, but yeah.
Move like a normal person. But she figures that if she just stays still...
Of course,
she'll be
AI
fine.
was
But Edward
non-existent
brings in a
by then, I
baby
guess.
That's growing exponentially and introduced...
Or maybe we did not know. Maybe AI was in development in 2011 or 2012 when this movie came out, but we didn't know. Conspiracy theory.
This is introduces her as his niece that he adopted when Charlie knows that Edward is adopted himself. But he claims to buy the lie, even after noticing that Renesmee has Bella's eyes, and then he fucks off.
Quite frankly, it's scaring the hell out of me.
But the kid is growing super fast, so good luck explaining that to Charlie.
I'm growing half a foot. Seriously, like 6 inches.
And even worse, while Bella and Jacob take Renesmee out, that one broad Arena is just randomly out in the woods and sees the kid flying, and then runs away and jumps off a cliff.
Awesome. So you're an adrenaline junkie now?
According to Carlisle, she was there to apologize for being a bitch at the wedding, but when she got there, she saw Renesmee and snitched to the Volturi that the Cullens created an immortal child, meaning they think that they turned a 6-year-old into a vampire.
This is a crime!
The decision's been made. They're coming here.
But I thought they had told the Volturi that the whole reason that they were waiting to turn Bella was so that nobody would be suspicious.
Shut up. The Volturi won't listen to him because Arena saw a kid, and that's good enough. But the Cullens think that maybe they'll listen to other people, and if they get a...
Wait, that means in their world, it's a crime to turn a kid into a vampire. And so she doesn't know that the child is Edward and Bella's, of course. So she thinks they turned the child into a vampire. So I'm confused. Or does she know it's their kid? And anyway, I thought the child was human. So how does she now have immortal or supernatural powers of levitating and flying in the air, in the sky? Is she a human or half vampire, half human? Like, who knows? Let me know in the comments. In the full movie, if you've perhaps watched it, what is the child? What is this child? Because the narrator first said it's a human baby. Now, he's also saying she's an immortal being. So, which is which? Can someone let me know?
enough people to tell them that the kid was born and not turned, that they'll leave him alone.
I'm gonna need numbers.
So they decide to go all over the world to show off the kid to all their friends, because calling to see if they would help is just completely out of the question. But when they're about to leave, Sam shows up with a note from Alice and Jasper saying that they have until the first snowfall before they come to get him. I guess they're walking underwater from Italy or some shit. But now they know they have time to do their stupid long plan.
But if Renesmee was growing that fast, wouldn't she be like a teenager before they got there?
Look, the Volturi are a bunch of petty bitches who will literally kill somebody for misspelling a name.
It's from Carlisle, which is spelled with an S.
And they've been looking for a reason to kill the Cullens, and now they have one. And Bella's part of the reason Arena isn't getting Laurent's Limp D anymore, so...
See, I never trusted these Volturians or whatever their name is. I felt like they themselves were not good vampires. Okay, let's see what they do.
Fuck her. And when it comes to immortal children, Arena's mom turned a toddler back in the day, not realizing that if it would ever throw a temper tantrum, that it would slaughter a village. So the kid was tossed into a fire, and her mom's head got popped off like a Barbie doll's, and Arena had to watch. So if Bella did the same shit as her mom, then double fuck her.
I don't understand what I did to make you hate me so much.
Oh, so I get why she went to
Stop is at
report.
Arena's house to try to get her family support.
So basically, she was just trying to protect the child. She just went to report to the Volturians because she actually thought they had indeed turned the child because of her mom's experience. Not knowing that the child was actually birthed by Bella. Okay, I get it now.
Bella, Edward, and Jacob try to explain to him that she's not an immortal child, but then Renesmee touches Tanya, and she's like, she's real. So the rest of them are like, I want her to touch me too, and Jacob gets jealous.
That's enough experimenting for one day.
Carlisle and Esme go to Egypt, where these people don't want to get in the middle of it. But this other guy, Benjamin, pulls some Moses shit, and they're like, okay, what's up? So they go back to Forks, and Renesmee touches Benjamin, and then some Amazon women show up, and she touches them too.
My turn.
Emmett and Rosalie find this guy Garrett, and he's like, okay, I'll go, but let me just kill this guy real quick. So a total of 18 vampires come to help.
So what? Their child is touring the world, and I'm here? What? This 3-month-old, 18-year-looking baby is touring the world? And you and I have never even gone out of our towns. Okay. Whatever.
Including this dude Alistair, who came all this way to say that not only will he not fight the Volturi, but he doesn't even want to meet Renesmee.
So why did he go?
I don't know. Maybe he was just bored or some
Vampire
shit. But
logic.
everyone starts showing off their powers. Like Safrina gives people acid trips, and Kate's electric. She shocks Garrett, and he's like, "Ooh, hurt me again, mommy." And she's super turned on by that. So, of course, they're in love now.
No romance.
But nothing seems to work on Bella, and Elazar's like, "She's a shield." And Edward's like, "Oh shit, that actually makes a lot of sense."
But they knew at the end of the second story that vampire powers didn't work on her.
She confounds us all.
Jasper, no fair with the mood control thing.
So why is Edward so surprised now?
Well, she wasn't a vampire then, so he must have thought that her smell gave everybody performance anxiety or some shit.
Did you come?
Yeah. Anyway, two randos show up and want to join, not to help him, but to kill the Volturi. And then Elazar pieces together that Aro frames families when he wants someone to join him. And then he convinces his crew that they're good vampires who just got caught up with the wrong crowd.
It wasn't exactly an easy alliance.
Well, I wouldn't want to hang out with some butthole who killed you.
Would you rather die? I didn't think so. But you do have to wonder if this is the first time the whole family is aware of what he's doing, or if all of his people know that he killed their family and are just going to turn on him one day.
All that time, I really believed you were the good guys.
I mean, that might happen.
See? If I'm getting this right, that means the Volturians or Volturians, whatever their name is, are actually bad vampires. They killed the Cullen families, like the Cullen family, whatever. Am I getting it right? That means they killed a generation of the Cullen family. But wait, I thought the whole Cullen family was adopted. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, if the Cullen family was adopted, does that mean that their father, that doctor, look at this. Remember their father was even a doctor. So in part 4, why did they not call their father to deliver Bella's baby? Right? Because in part 1, we learned their father is a doctor, right? Whatever, that's just by the way. Look, I'm getting lost. If you've watched the full movie, please explain this to me. What did they find out that the Volturians did to their parents or whatever? I just understand that now the Volturi is they are bad vampires. Like I always thought from part 2. I always suspected that they were not as good as they seem. They are supposed to protect vampires, but I mean, some of the things their leader did was questionable to me.
But right now, the Volturi are tracking down anyone who might join the Cullens to fight against them. You know, instead of just going to Forks and killing them before they can even recruit. But apparently, they want to give Bella enough time to train. Now that they know she's the shield, they think she can project a force field onto others. So they try it out on Edward. Kate's going to electrocute him if Bella can't do it. And when she can't, she's like, "All right, how about I go shock your creepy kid instead?" And now, Bella can do it. That night, Bella finds a clue that Alice left for her in the book she ripped a page out of.
Oh, did she really know that book and it spelled out her plan?
No, she literally just wrote another clue in the book.
So why would she be the only one who would find it?
I don't know, laziness?
Sneaky.
And the next day, she takes Renesmee and Jacob to visit her dad, who's now apparently banging Sue Clearwater. And he barely has a reaction to the baby now being about 8 years old.
How'd you get so old so fast?
I didn't.
Is that a gray hair? God, I know things.
And then she heads to Seattle. She meets with a man called Mr. Jinx, and he gives her new passports for Jacob and Renesmee, so they'll be safe from the fight. And Bella's upset that her and Edward don't have new ID.
Oh, I was just about to say, why are they looking for passports when they can just like appear at places, teleport to places? But the passports are for Jacob and Renesmee because I guess during the fight, they won't be around. They are using it as a way to protect the Renesmee, right? And Jacob is a wolf, so of course he can't just like teleport to places, right? Okay. This is confusing me, you know? This is confusing me.
Identities too. Or maybe she just doesn't like the idea of the two of them running off together so soon.
She's a baby!
When they get home, Bella throws a shitload of money in a backpack
These
and
people
then
are
go to her
rich,
dad's
rich.
for Christmas. They give Charlie and Sue a 5-day fishing trip, so they won't be in town either. And since the snow is sticking, they have a bonfire to talk about how old they are and what wars they fought in. Bella tells Renesmee that she needs to stay with Jacob tomorrow, thinking that maybe they're taking the red eye or some shit, but no. They go to the battlefield too. Now, Alice said that the Volturi would show up in the snow sticks,
So what's
but
the
it was already
point?
sticking yesterday. So I can only assume that she meant the first business day after the snow stuck. But vampires really don't strike me as the religious type. So they all show up to the vampire baseball field and tell each other I love you.
I'll follow you anywhere, woman.
And then the Volturi show up, and there's a fuck ton of them.
We're all going to die.
But then the werewolves show up, and the Volturi stop. Carlisle wants them to talk it out. The Volturi are like, we can see the fucking kid. It's right there. But Aro's willing to read Edward's memories and sees that Renesmee was, in fact, conceived via honeymoon, limp dick, premature ejaculation.
What just happened? Wait, so, They needed to plan a battle and all that for this truth to be revealed to the Volturi when they could have just teleported to the Volturi and exposed this truth already. Instead of flying out of town to recruit people onto their team to join them to fight. They couldn't have gone to see the Volturi like he did in part 2 or part 3. Was it part 2? Right? Where he wanted to kill himself. He could have just gone back to them and done the same thing. And showed them that indeed Bella was Beth. To avoid all this, like what? Let's see if the fight will still happen even after this truth has been exposed. Because I don't get their logic. I really don't get it. They could have saved time. They could have saved everybody all the stress by just going to them and proving that Bella was actually given birth to. Instead of waiting till the day of the war or the battle to do this. Who wrote this part? I'm getting heated. Calm down, girl.
It's really funny.
And now he wants to meet Renesmee. So Bella, Jacob, and Emmett bring her out to him. She touches them.
Why is Renesmee here? Wasn't the whole point of Bella getting a passport was so that Renesmee and Jacob could protect Renesmee by taking her out of town during the fight? What are they doing? Oh, Lord.
He sees the truth. So they bring out Arena, and she's like, my bad. But they cut her head off and set her on fire, and she dies.
Good riddance.
So her sisters flip the fuck out and try to go kill the small army by themselves. They manage to stop them and are like, if you don't calm the fuck down, we're all gonna die.
This could turn into a bloodbath.
So they do, but Jane tries to hurt Edward, so Bella shields him.
Damn it, why would it work?
And then she expands it to cover all their friends, and this pisses off Jane, who tries to attack their army by herself. But Aro stops her and tells their people that even though there haven't been any laws broken, they don't know if Renesmee will come back and kill them when she's older. So since she might become more powerful than them one day, they want to kill the 45-pound little girl.
Can't imagine why.
Cause if we don't do something soon, that thing will grow.
Let me get this. It is illegal in their kingdom to turn a child, but it is okay to kill the child. The whole point of them coming to fight with the Cullens, were that they turned the child. Somebody spread the false rumor that they had turned a child. And so basically this whole battle was to come save the child or to come punish the Cullens for turning a child. And then they come and they find out that the child was not turned but actually birthed by Bella. And now they want to kill the child that they, first of all, the whole point of them coming was to actually save the child or to fight because that child was turned to them illegally or whatever. Where, like, the logic. I'm not understanding these people, these vampires. I guess they are not meant to be understood because technically they are animals. Because what? The reasoning. But I get it. They are animals. They are vampires. They are not meant to think like us humans because... Okay, let's see what happens.
And kill us all.
But then Alice and Jasper show up, and she says that she can show them that Renesmee won't be a problem. So they let her pass, but bitch slap Jasper for some reason. but after she shows him, he still doesn't give a fuck and still wants to kill everybody. So she signals Bella to send Renesmee off with Jacob, and then super roundhouse kicks Aro in the face as
When the danger has intensified, they are now letting Jacob take Renesmee into safety. Are these people okay? Then what was the point of their whole plan? Are they okay? Okay.
a distraction. The Volturi then take Alice prisoner because she's the one they wanted to begin with. And even though she's literally the safest one on the field, Carlisle charges Aro, and they meet midair, and Carlisle gets his head ripped off, and they set his body on fire, and he dies.
Yes, very sad. Anyway.
So everyone attacks, and a bunch of people are getting killed. Then Jane gives Jasper an orgasm, and this dude lets him finish before he karate chops his head off. And then Emmett gets Jane's brother's payback. And then someone kills Seth, and Leah house to Jacob, who's trying to outrun a vampire. Now you'd think that he's too sad to notice him, but just as he attacks, Jacob bites his head off without losing pace or the child riding on his back.
Your lack of confidence in us is a little insulting.
And after a few more deaths, Benjamin's had enough of this crap, and he punches a hole in the world that people just start falling or get pushed in, including Edward. Don't worry, he super jumps through a rock and rips off the head of the dude that pushed him. Alice wants revenge on Jane and charges at her. She tries to cause Alice pain, but Bella's shielding her, so she starts running like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. But Alice jumps over her and drags her over to Sam, who bites her head off, and she dies.
Fuck yeah!
Oh my god, why am I in tears? Their battle is gory. Like people being burned and heads being cut off and heads being decapitated. What? I really wasn't expecting this. Oh Lord. Wow. Oh, I'm so sad that they killed the guy that helped them birth Renesmee. Because he's the guy they killed right and bent before the Collins became angry and charged at them. Oh, Lord. Wow. Whew. Can I take 2 more minutes of this? We are almost at the end. Okay, let's continue. Let's recalibrate, refocus, and continue. Wow. Chopping up heads like nothing. Wow.
Bitch. Then the sisters rip out the little blonde dude's face, and the two way too dressed up vampires kill that weird whispery guy, who I think...
Oh my god. Oh my god. Just when I thought it had ended. Did you guys see that? Oh my god. Oh my god, is my head on my neck? Yes, it is. What is happening? These people are brutal. Like, they are the literal definition for I'm coming for your head. Like the literal definition of I am coming for your head. So watch out. Like they are taking heads. Woo. Okay.
wanted to die.
Your depression thing, I get it. I'm totally worried.
The Aros...
Yeah, I just realized they've not shown her in school. Okay, of course she graduated too. There's no point of showing her in school. And most of her friends were human anyway. So like, why would they show them, you know? She's been surrounded by vampires since she graduated, basically. She got married right after, right? And got pregnant. Okay.
Look at this shit. He goes after Edward. Bella gets to him first, and Aro uppercuts her into Edward. So they decide to attack Aro as a couple, and they cut off his head, set it on fire, and he dies.
I love a happy ending.
Unfortunately, it was all a dream.
It appears we missed an entertaining fight.
Alice was only showing Aro what happens if they attack. I don't know how.
I can't see past you and your pack of mutts.
But the little blonde fucker still thinks that the kid should die. And that's when we find out that Alice and Jasper went to the Amazon to find another half-breed who's like, I can pass for human, but I'm a vampire like you guys. And then Blondie's like, but the Cullens hang out with werewolves. Surely we should kill them for that.
Oh my goodness, that was such an unexpected turn. I promise my heart was in my stomach until it was just revealed that all this was just like a premonition or a vision or whatever. I'm so glad that people's heads were really not chopped off. I mean, aside the girl who falsely reported that Renesmee was immortal or tanned or whatever. Okay, so that's where Alice has been all this time. She's been looking for someone like Renesmee as proof. Okay. I think I can get through this now.
Werewolves are not good company to keep.
And Aura's like, listen, bitch, if we attack, I'm gonna fucking die. So our asses are going home.
See?
And they fuck off.
It's not often we're rendered unnecessary.
The fancy
See, when he realized he was going to die, he just quit. He was just like, okay, we ain't doing this. I am not finna gonna die.
vampires are like, we should still go attack them. Otherwise, they'll just go after all of us individually later. But the Cullens don't give a shit because they have Alice to warn them. And it's not like anyone they cared about got killed. So all you guys that helped us out when we needed you are now on your own.
Can't trust vampires.
That's selfish though.
Trust me.
So everyone celebrates by kissing somebody except Tanya. But Garrett's like, hey, why don't you join us?
Yeah, because he
Carmen's
killed
like,
his
why don't we make it
sister.
a five-way?
Please tell me that Jacob doesn't kiss Renesmee.
No, he just goes home.
Oh, thank God.
But Edward has warmed up to the idea of the two of them.
I guess we just leave them to it.
Gross.
Well, based on Alice's vision, at least he has the courtesy to wait until she appears to be 18 before he goes for it. So I guess that's something.
Wait, that person they showed hugging them was 18. She looks 42. I'm sorry. She looks older than her parents. Okay, of course. Of course she looks older because, yeah, she was growing expeditiously and all of that. Okay, I get it. My bad.
I wasn't asking for permission.
How old will she actually be when that happens?
I became full grown 7 years after my birth. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop.
What a marshmallow. What's up with you and age?
Well, that was fucking Twilight, and I hope you guys subscribe.
She's gonna be
because I might
7?
have a brain tumor after going through all 5 of those stories.
It's all right. You're gonna be okay.
It's hard to explain, but I need you to be open-minded. Can you do that?
Nothing ever made sense before, and now I understand why. This was the reason.
Oh, I can see what everyone's been talking about.
I'm amazed.
So suck it up.
Guys, we finally come to the end of this marathon, this Twilight marathon. Let me know your thoughts. I would give this, I love the ending. I love that it was just a vision, honestly. I think I would give the final part an 8 out of 10. Yeah. I was confused for like half of it, but I like the climax ending. Like I like the unexpected turn where, not doing all that battle scene and cutting people's head off and all that was just a vision. That just saved the movie for me, honestly. Of course, the intricate details of a 7-year-old dating an 18-year-old and all of that is just weird. And of course, there are lots of parts that are missing. Like, will Bella's dad ever really find out that that is his grandchild? And, you know, all these things. But I like that it wasn't, okay, maybe it was. It was still that typical happy ever after ending, you know? Which is so predictable, right? But yeah. Guys, let me know if you enjoyed this marathon. Again, if you missed my reactions to Twilight Part 1, Twilight New Moon, Twilight Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn Part 1, please go and watch it. I have a playlist, which I will link right here after this. Let me know if you enjoyed if you enjoy like marathons like this, and you can give me movie suggestions of, marathons that we can have, of movies that have various parts that we can dive into just like this. Thank you so much for sticking with me for these past 5 days. As we reviewed, as we watched, as we reacted to Twilight. Now, I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I ain't gonna watch, I'm not gonna look for the full movies. I'm okay, who has time for full movies? Just kidding. Yeah, guys. Yeah, I guess that is it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Since you liked this video, since you liked it, please do like. Hit that thumbs up button, guys. Help a girl out. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye, guys.